Hey guys, it's HannibalTheRising here with another online model. It's Sulucid versus Rome, and let's take a look at my army. I have one legionary cavalry, one Roman cavalry, one early first legionary cohort, 6 early legions, 4 archer auxiliary, and 2 Roman archers. My opponent here has 4 silver shield pikemen, 3 legions, 4 archers, and 4 cavalry. One thing about his pikes though is he brought gold, which is going to be pretty tough to burst since I only brought early legions. I mean, this battle would have been pretty damn easy to win though if I would have brought urban cohorts. But what I'm relying on is for my Pila to hopefully really weaken the troops that enter. So my early legionary cohorts can take them out. One thing my opponent said in this battle was, so you're gonna just mass archers like that? First of all, it's not really massing archers because I only brought 6. And one thing though is I just wanted archer superiority, and then after I killed his archers I didn't plan on using them anymore. It's just I didn't want him arching me to death, because usually that's what people do, they just bring like a full crap load of archers, and then they'll just arch you to death, and that's it. I mean, I could Testudo to defend against that, but then again, Testudo makes your men tired, and that's a big disadvantage. So one thing is a big worry of these legionary cohorts, because even with my upgrades, I think I have like silver defense and bronze attack. The legions are still better quality, even though they're not even upgraded, and that's another big worry I had to worry about. I also brought the early legionary first cohorts though, to provide a morale boost, so my men can perform at their best. One thing that's pretty cool though is my men actually can throw their Pila over the wall, which looks like almost impossible to throw a Pila that far, but I guess they managed the impossible. Another thing though is the Silver Legions just look awesome. I just have to say that. With their shields and everything, it just looks awesome. Oh, also I had a pretty big screw up here. I was gonna try and micro a cavalry assault, because I really wanted to take those archers out. And Roman cavalry is usually better than Greek cavalry too. And I actually matched it up against these two. They didn't surround me or anything. It was just a frontal battle, but they actually beat my Roman cavalry. Because I actually forgot what the Roman cavalry stats was, but I know they are superior. But I didn't know how superior, and I guess the 2 versus 1 actually made them win. So this is a little technique I learned a little while ago. See, this is instantly surrounding your opponent when you put 3 of them in a box like that. And I just put them in defense mode because I don't want them chasing them out of the gate, because that'd be pretty dangerous for me. Plus my archers are just screwing around a little bit. Sometimes if they're in your fort, you tell them to attack somebody, and they'll actually try and run out of your fort to do it, which is pretty funny. So I was really hoping my early legions could take these guys out, even though they're better upgraded, mostly because I have them surrounded. It's more like a quantity versus quality, but the price of these early legions were actually more expensive than just buying an urban cohort, and an urban cohort is way better. So that's why it was pretty tough to try and beat somebody with the legions like this. Because they really only have like 18 defense and 9 attack. Plus the upgrade though, but it's really tough. Oh, it's like he has a reserve legion, which isn't good. Yeah, I think it's right here where I screw up with my Roman cavalry. I think I was probably going to attack the pike, you know, to just hit him in retreat. But the Greek cavalry actually destroyed me. Yeah, they actually caught me. I was planning on running away, but since they caught me, I might as well put up a fight rather than have them slowly chop me down, and then I'll run. And then he absolutely destroys that cover. So although I have him surrounded, his legions are actually better quality though, and they'll be more dominant in the fight. But one thing about pikemen, they're not very good with the sword. They're really only good with their sarissons or regular spears. So he was actually pretty dominant in this fight here. The front of his pikes actually destroyed me. You can see there's literally nothing in front of the pikes here. The men are dying pretty fast. And then this is where my opponent said, "I'm going to slaughter you." And he even removed his cavalry and put them way back there. He was so confident he was going to win this battle. So he's got the pikes down, and then they're pretty dominant though, wherever the pikes are facing. See a unit even routed here. And I think this is where I'm removing my archers off the battlefield. I'm pretty sure. And you can see he completely destroyed me. I mean, I have nothing left to face him. I just have a reserve first legionary cohort. And where I've lost there, he's even coming in from another angle, which is very bad. But one plus side is I'm actually kind of winning here. I mean, his pikes are pretty dominant in the front, but I'm sort of wrapping around him. But then again, he does have his legions with superior stats fighting my early legion. So this was actually a pretty tough battle, but one really good thing though was his pikes actually routed, which made my job a lot easier. Because if I would have lost this group of my men, then the battle would have been lost for sure, because I wouldn't have had enough manpower to actually take on the rest of the pikes. So I'm just trying to finish off these legions as fast as I can, so I can move my men to fight these pikes. So all I really have is 2 routed early legions and my first early legionary cohort as a reserve to protect my middle. And that's pretty much all I have to face 3 pikes for now. But also I didn't want to use my archers to arch him because that would have been probably pretty cheap to arch him the whole time. So I just threw them in there for melee as a little bit of extra. And they routed. So put them on kind of an angle because their pike has to face me. It'd be easy to wrap around him. Because you don't want to fight pikes at the front usually. Because they're always dominant in the front. That's just how pikes work, I guess. And I think, yeah, he kind of controls my town center now. But I'm bringing in the reinforcements right now. So I think I'm actually winning. It's kind of hard to tell, but he's actually taking out my center pretty fast. He probably shouldn't have done this though, because when he moves around like that, my men can get inside the pikes and then sword fight them. And you don't want to get into a sword fight with Romans. They're very superior with the swords. See, he wasn't even in phalanx sword here, which means my men are already inside the pikes, and they're even sword fighting. And I also brought some infantry around to sort of surround him. And bam, he's surrounded. He does have a legion here though, but there's only like 10 men or so I wasn't really worried about that. I also brought in my reinforcing cavalry and some archers to join the melee fight. He's actually pretty dominant in that fight right here, but not when I bring in the horses though. And I even shot him with infantry. So where I was losing pretty badly, I'm now winning because I've surrounded him. It's funny because he took away his cavalry, he's so confident he can win. And then look how fast he brings them back to the battle. But he's not in time. Yeah, I actually have him completely surrounded.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
So I brought my cavalry in to fight the other cavalry. And he kind of surrounded me with his cavalry, but they're really crappy cavalry compared to mine, even though mine aren't even upgraded. I'm pretty sure Greek cavalry is like one of the worst, if not the worst cavalry you can get. So that was a pretty close battle. My opponent was a little arrogant there. I even said, so you still think you can slaughter me? And he just said whatever. So that was a close victory. I had 1,100 kills and with 500 better. Still a good game to my opponent though, and I'll see you again next time.